Hi, and thank you for joining us. We are doing something a little special today. We are doing a Christmas pub-style trivia. So whether you're playing the game while you're decorating your Christmas tree, making your Christmas cookies, sitting around on Christmas Eve with your family, we thank you for inviting us into your home to play trivia with you, because honestly, we wouldn't invite us into your home. We're crazy. We know this, but thank you. And we hope you have fun. So we're going to jump right into trivia. So this is the way it's going to work. We have 4 rounds of trivia. Each question is worth 1 point. There might be bonus point opportunities available, and we'll let you know if there are. We're going to go through each round individually, and once we've completed the round, we'll go back and give you the answers so you can score yourself for that round. All right, are you ready?
All right, let's get started.
Let's get started. Round 1, Christmas movies. We're going to jump right into it with question number 1. In the original Home Alone, what is the name of the polka band that brings Kevin's mom home? Number 2. How many full-length The Santa Claus movies are there?
And for an extra 2 bonus points, if you can name the full title of all the movies.
I also want to give you an opportunity to earn 1 extra bonus point if you can name the series. This is not a movie. If you can name the Disney Plus series that premiered this holiday season. And don't forget, The Santa Claus is the movie with Tim Allen. Question number 3. In the movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what is the name of the Grinch's dog? Question number 4. What instrument does Sam learn to play to impress his crush in the movie Love Actually? I've never seen that movie.
I have not either.
We're missing out, I think. Question number 5. In which store window does Ralphie see the infamous Red Ryder BB gun in the movie A Christmas Story? The original A Christmas Story. Because now there are multiple.
2. Ooh.
Brand new one just came out. Question number 6. What 2 actors play the Cranks in Christmas with the Cranks?
And we'll give you a half point for each actor that you name.
Number 7. We're going back a little ways. In 1988, which city does Santa fly into in the movie Ernest Saves Christmas? I bet that's one you haven't seen.
I remember watching 1 or 2 of the Ernest movies, but I don't think Ernest Saves Christmas.
True Christmas classic. You don't want to miss that one. Question number 8. Which song from the 1942 movie Holiday Inn was, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the world's best-selling single, selling more than 50 million copies?
And for an extra bonus point, who sings the song in the movie?
Because a lot of people have, at one point or another, done the song. Question number 9. What is the name of the town where George Bailey lives in It's a Wonderful Life?
And for an extra 2 points, what is the name of the town in the world where George was never born? A spoiler?
I mean, if you haven't seen the movie yet, yes, but if you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life, you've probably been under a rock for quite some time. So the movie It's a Wonderful Life is a winter Christmas holiday time movie, except it was filmed during a really bad heat wave and temperatures climbed above 90 degrees. Like, there were points during the movie where they had to shut down the entire set because people were like dying from, heat exhaustion. It was so hot. And the scene where he is on the bridge about to jump over and he ends up, jumping over to save Clarence, he's wearing like a full winter coat. It's a whole winter scene, and the man is just keep having to blot
Sweat
him.
buckets.
Yes. Alrighty, question number 10 is our last question in this round. What is the name of the action figure Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad are fighting over in Jingle All the Way?
All right, so we'll give you an extra few seconds to have those last minute discussions on what the right answer is. Or at least in our house, the last minute arguments to claim we're right. All right, and kicking right back up at the top of the round, question number 1. In the original Home Alone, what is the name of the polka band that brings Kevin's mom home? And that answer is the Kenosha Kickers.
John Candy, loved him.
I don't think I would have known that.
I don't think I would have remembered the Kenosha Kickers, but I definitely remember John Candy.
Question number 2. How many full-length The Santa Claus movies are there? And that answer is 3. And do you want to name all 3?
I do. So there were 3 full-length movies, the Santa Claus 2, and the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. And I will also say the brand new limited series is called The Santa Clauses. Super, super cute. Check it out on Disney+. The only bad thing is you can't binge the whole thing. They're releasing them one at a time. I understand that's old school, but it's super, super cute. Definitely recommend it.
All right. Question number 3. In the movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what is the name of the Grinch's dog? And his dog's name is Max.
Do you have a favorite Grinch?
I think in my heart it's always going to be the Jim Carrey.
Really?
I mean, it's a lot of nightmare fuel to see a live action
I
Jim
actually
Carrey.
would have thought you would have said Benedict Cumberbatch.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, okay.
But Christine Baranski just found this out, was in the Jim Carrey version.
Yes, she was.
All right, question number 4. What instrument does Sam learn to play to impress his crush in Love Actually? And that answer is the drums.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
I think Love Actually and Die Hard go hand in hand with Christmas movies, right?
And maybe Home Alone. Is Home Alone really a Christmas movie just because it takes place at Christmas time?
I think Home Alone's an iconic Christmas
A whole
movie.
other show. We'll argue which movies are actual Christmas movies.
That's the next video.
Yes.
All right, question number 5. In which store window does Ralphie see the infamous Red Ryder BB gun? And that answer is Higbee's.
Higbee's is also in the new A Christmas Story Christmas.
Have you gotten a chance to watch that one yet?
I did. I watched it the other day.
Oh,
So good.
definitely on my watch list.
I love just all Christmas movies, but I think this one really kind of holds true to some of the feeling of the first one.
Mhm. Question number 6. What 2 actors play the Cranks in Christmas with the Cranks? And remember, you get a half point for each of these answers. And that will be Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Tim Allen also famous for the Santa Claus.
Do you think Tim Allen is the iconic Christmas actor?
I do love him in all of the Santa Claus versions. I don't know if he's icon status,
Okay.
but I'm not sure who is. Like, I don't think Will Ferrell is in Elf.
Oh,
Like,
that's
who
fair.
is Christmas icon?
I don't know.
George Bailey, right?
George Bailey.
Jimmy Stewart?
All right. Question number 7. In 1988, what city does Santa fly into in the movie Ernest Saves Christmas? And that answer is your favorite,
Oh.
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando. Oh my goodness. I love to land there at Christmas time.
Question number 8. Which song from the 1942 movie Holiday Inn was, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the world's best-selling single, selling more than 50 million copies?
This was a tough one to research, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the answer is White Christmas, and it was sung by Bing Crosby. Who's your favorite singer who's done a version of White Christmas?
It's probably Bing Crosby. Despite the baggage that he comes with, I think you can't replace his voice at all. So definitely Bing Crosby.
I'm a sucker for Michael Bublé.
Of course.
All right, question number 9. What is the name of the town where George Bailey lives in It's a Wonderful Life? And that answer is Bedford Falls. And then for the bonus answer, what is the name of the town in the world where George was never born? Do you know this one?
I do know this one, and I just watched it last night. Otterville. Otterville is the answer.
All right. And question number 10. What is the name of the action figure Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad are fighting over in Jingle All the Way? And that answer is Turbo Man.
I just want to, this is sort of a little bit off topic, and it is your holiday pitch for opening up your heart and your purse strings. Sinbad, who starred in this movie, is an iconic, speaking of icons, he's an iconic comedian. Loved Sinbad, loved his shows. Son of a Preacher Man was a great stand-up act. Sinbad had a seriously life-threatening stroke 2 years ago. He was in the hospital for more than 7 months, and he's faced a ton of rehabilitation since then. The insurance that he had did not obviously cover the extensive amount of medical treatment that he needed, and his family this Christmas time is asking for a little help. So if you've watched Sinbad over the years, you've seen his stand-up specials, you've enjoyed his movies, I'm going to put a link on the screen, and if you want to just give a little Christmas cheer Sinbad's way, let him know, let the family know that you're thinking about him, you appreciate his comedy, and we hope that he continues the road to recovery. Round 2.
All right, and this one will operate very similar to the first one, but a little bit of a change in topic. Now we're going to be covering some Christmas music.
Christmas music. I love Christmas music. I start looking for it right after Halloween.
I don't know. I think you start looking for it after 4th of July.
It might be. You're right. All right. Question number 1. What was the first Christmas song broadcast from space in 1965? Question number 2. Who was the British recording star that performed a duet of Peace on Earth, The Little Drummer Boy with Bing Crosby? Question number 3. How does Frosty the Snowman come to life? Question number 4. Which Christmas song was composed as a guitar melody when a young Catholic priest needed a song for Christmas Eve services when the church organ was damaged by floodwaters? Question number 5. If you add up all of the gifts given in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, how many gifts are there all together?
And this includes on the second day that you would be receiving your 2 turtle doves and another partridge in a pear tree.
Right, so for every single day, don't forget 5 golden rings, 4 calling bird, you're getting all of that. So you're not just adding one day to the second day, you're adding up all the gifts that you would get for the entire 12 days of Christmas. Question number 6. What is the most published Christmas hymn? I was actually a little surprised for this one. Not the one I thought. Question number 7. Which pop star tried to legally trademark herself as the Queen of Christmas? Question number 8. What is the day job of Elmo from the group Elmo and Patsy, who performed the song Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer? He was not a Muppet. I'll give you a hint. Question number 9. Which hip-hop group released the song Christmas in Hollis in 1987? And the last question, what is the song made famous by the group Wham that is now the subject of the game Whamageddon?
All right, and we'll give you another few seconds just to wrap up any answers, and then we'll start back up from the top of the round. All right, question number 1. What was the first Christmas song broadcast from space in 1965? And the answer is Jingle Bells.
I think that's so cool.
What Christmas song do you think you would want to play in space first?
I think if I was broadcasting from space, it might be something like Joy to the World.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I would have picked that one, but they didn't ask me. Of course, in 1965, I might not have been an askable age, but...
Question number 2. Who was the British recording star that performed a duet of Peace on Earth / The Little Drummer Boy with Bing Crosby? And that answer is David Bowie.
I have a little tea.
Ooh, a little tea.
A little tea. So David Bowie only agreed to do the recording with Bing Crosby because his mother was a huge Bing Crosby fan. And he and his wife showed up on the set ready to go, and he was in like full lipstick, makeup,
The David Bowie look.
earring, the whole thing. And Bing was not apparently a fan of the David Bowie look. Now, granted, we're going back, a number of years back in the 70s. And according to Bing Crosby's son, Nathaniel, the producers made him start from scratch. He had to take off his lipstick, he had to take off his earring, he had to be more Bing Crosby appropriate in order to film the special.
See, are you on the David Bowie side of things, or would you have preferred the classic Bing Crosby look?
I do love David Bowie, and now that he's gone and Bing Crosby is gone, I think having them as the people we expected them to be would have been better. And I love this duet. I remember, just to show you how old I am, I watched this on TV the first time it was on television. Absolutely loved it. And I think I was too young to really notice that David Bowie didn't have his traditional full makeup David Bowie look. But now watching it again, I think, I would have probably liked him, maybe not in full makeup, but maybe a little more
Still with the
what you
knee-high boots,
expect
right?
David Bowie to look like.
All right. Question number 3. How does Frosty the Snowman come to life? And that answer is an old top hat is placed upon his head. Question number 4. Which Christmas song was composed as a guitar melody when a young Catholic priest needed a song for Christmas Eve services when the church organ was damaged by floodwaters? And that answer is Silent Night.
I love this story. It's one of these stories kind of like behind the scenes of how music was made, and it really was out of pure panic. Like, they had no music for the traditional Christmas services on Christmas Eve, and this priest went banging on the door and was like, "Can you please help me? I need a song, and we can't use the church organ because of the flood." And this iconic Christmas song was born. It's such a cool story.
I can't imagine out of panic and short notice being able to bop out half of that tune.
Look, I could bop out my name, let alone a whole Christmas song.
Question number 5. If you add up all of the gifts given in the song 12 Days of Christmas, how many gifts are there? And that answer is going to be 364.
It's too much livestock.
That's too many partridges in a pear tree for me.
Too many partridges, too many drummers. How are we going to feed all these people for Christmas? It's not going to be fun.
All right. Question number 6. What is the most published Christmas hymn? And that answer is Joy to the World.
So this surprised me because I expected it to be Silent Night. But according to my research, Joy to the World was published in 1,400 church hymnals before 1979, which made it the most published Christmas song. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a surprise.
Question number 7. Which pop singer tried to legally trademark herself as the Queen of Christmas? And that answer is Mariah Carey.
I mean, come on. Is she the Queen of Christmas? Do we know? Well, according to the Trademark Trust and Appeal Board, not so much.
No.
They denied her request to be trademarked as the Queen of Christmas just literally this year, November of 2022.
All she wanted for Christmas.
That changes the whole thing. Poor Mariah.
Question number
Stockings will be empty. So sorry.
Question number 8. What is the day job of Elmo from the group Elmo and Patsy, who performed the song Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer? That answer is Dr. Elmo Shropshire
Let's go with that.
is a veterinarian. And do you want to guess how old he is?
I would guess he's pretty old. That song came out a long time ago. A lot of grandmom getting run over there.
I don't think I expected him to be as old as he is, because he is at a lovely 86 years old.
And still performing up to
Really?
last year. Yeah, he was still performing. I don't know whether he has any gigs lined up for this year, but he was still performing music as of a year ago. God bless Dr. Elmo. I don't know if he's
Dr.
still
Elmo.
don't know if he's still veterinarianing, or whatever, but
All right, question number 9. Which hip hop group released the song Christmas in Hollis in 1987? And that answer is Run DMC.
also kind of old school.
My favorite holiday music tradition is going through my Spotify Wrapped. And fun fact about my 2021 Spotify Wrapped, Run DMC's It's Tricky was in my top 5 listened to songs of the year.
Imagine. I've done well that my kids have music from the 1980s in their top. Before you give the answer to this next question, we are going to play a little snippet.
Oh no.
If you have not heard this Christmas song yet, and you are playing along with Whamageddon 2022, mute your sound. You'll see the answer on your screen. You don't have to hear it. You can stay in the game. Go.
It's a risky game to play.
It is indeed. Lose December 1st. I probably have heard it enough times between November 1st and December 1st to be like, no, girl, you're out already.
All right, and fun question for you. What is your all-time favorite Christmas song?
Oh, so that's really hard. I think my all-time favorite hymn is Oh Holy Night. Love it.
All right.
Yours?
I think I am a huge fan of the Christmas wrapping song.
No.
I love it.
No.
And all of the versions that come out are great. We listened to one, what is it? Dog is Dead? That really brightens up the spirits at our house.
I've done my job, but it's not Dominic the Donkey. So I guess I can't be too upset.
I found out that a lot of people do not know Dominic the Donkey. Like, it is a very Jersey, like, kind of area thing.
Is it Jersey? I didn't know it was. You have to let us know in the comments. Is Dominic the Donkey Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
We're from Jersey.
A little Jersey.
In case they didn't know. How about the hippopotamus? That was I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, I believe was a fundraising song for a zoo.
Wow.
That's not Jersey. I don't 100% sure that's not Jersey. But I'm also glad that's not your favorite Christmas song. Sorry, hippos. All right, we are moving on to round 3. And round 3 are Christmas traditions. There might be traditions in your house, they might be traditions from around the world, but here we go with Christmas traditions. Question number 1. In which poem is the tradition of Christmas stockings first mentioned? Question number 2. How many windows are in a traditional Advent calendar? Question number 3. Originally believed to be a German tradition, what vegetable gets hidden in the Christmas tree and the person who finds it gets an extra gift from Santa? Or in some families, they open the first gift for that holiday season.
I think this was always my favorite tradition.
We're not even German.
No.
Question number 3. A paper crown, a joke, and a small gift are usually found inside what traditional English holiday treat? We do this. We do this. Question number 4. What is the name of the traditional Italian sweetbread served for Christmas and New Year's? Question number 5. According to the United States Postal Service, what is Santa Claus's actual address? In case you want to send me something. Your Christmas letter. Famous Irish ones for Christmas. Question number 6. What meal is traditionally eaten by families in Japan on Christmas Eve? Question number 7. In parts of Spain, this figurine can be found pooping in the traditional nativity scene. go there. Question number 8. What is the shape of the traditional French Christmas cake, bûche de Noël? Question number 9. Likely to be a controversial one. What is the most popular Christmas tree topper?
And once again, we'll give you a few extra seconds just to wrap up any final questions and answers. All right, question number 1. In which poem is the tradition of Christmas stockings first mentioned? And that is "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," which was published, or at least popularized, around 1823. Question number 2. How many windows are in a traditional Advent calendar? And that answer is 24.
I have seen, especially the super expensive makeup Advent calendars, they might only have 12 days. I've also seen ones that go the full length of December, but yeah, traditional Advent calendar.
What is your favorite Advent calendar that you've ever opened?
So I always love chocolates, but I think I like kind of a homemade sort of thing. I don't know if you remember, we had for a few years, it was a string of Christmas stockings, and we would put a little something in each one. And I think that was fun because it wasn't just like a chocolate every day. Maybe it was like a little story, or maybe it was a candy cane, but it was something throughout the month that you guys had to look forward to.
I am looking forward to my IKEA Advent calendar this year. I've not gotten the chance to open my December 1st yet, but I am looking forward to it.
I didn't even know IKEA had an Advent calendar. I hope there's no Swedish meatballs in there.
I get a coupon though. Let me know.
We'll go for Swedish meatballs.
Originally believed to be a German tradition, what vegetable gets hidden in the Christmas tree? And the person who finds it gets an extra gift from Santa, or they get to open the first gift. And that is a pickle.
I have always been told this was a German tradition. If I go to Epcot and I go to the German pavilion, they have pickles in the Christmas store there. However, as I was researching it, it may not actually be a German tradition. And what I learned is that it was brought to this country by F.W. Woolworths, which you probably have no recollection of whatsoever. They may not have been a thing by the time you were born. But it was originally an ad campaign for a German glass blowing company. They were making glass fruits and vegetables. So they started shipping them, and Woolworth brought it to the United States. So it may be sort of a German-American tradition. If you know, let us know in the comments. I always thought it was German.
I assumed it was German. All right. A paper crown, a joke, and a small gift are usually found inside what traditional English holiday treat? And that is a Christmas cracker. Do you have any favorite gifts that you've ever received out of a Christmas cracker?
Oh my goodness, we got crackers one year from Harrods that came with such cute, cute little gifts. Sterling silver bracelets, money clips, all kinds of different little things, really nice.
I think that was the year that I received a fun little Allen wrench kit at,
I love Harrods.
the age of 12 when everybody needs
an Allen wrench kit.
What is the name of the traditional Italian sweetbread served for Christmas and New Year's? And that is panettone.
I love it. I love it toasted with butter. Not Italian.
According to the United States Postal Service, what is Santa's address? And that is 123 Elf Road, North Pole, zip code 88888. Are you writing any letters this year?
I'm not writing any letters. I feel like Santa doesn't want letters from grandmothers. He's got enough going on with that nice and naughty list he's got.
What meal is traditionally eaten by families in Japan on Christmas Eve? And that answer is KFC.
They line up for hours to get Kentucky Fried Chicken. Some Kentucky Fried Chicken stores in Japan actually take reservations so that you don't have to wait in line. You can kind of grab and go. No one can really explain why this is such a popular treat for Christmas Eve in Japan, other than the fact that chicken is a popular dish. And Christmas Eve in Japan is not what we think of when we think of Christmas Eve. Everybody goes to work Christmas Day. It's not a holiday on that level. It's more like a Halloween kind of thing where you have Halloween parties, you get people together, but it's over and done. Like it's a one day and done sort of a thing.
Now, Christmas wasn't a holiday in Japan until like the 1860s, right?
Yeah, that's true. And that might be part of the reason why there isn't an established Christmas tradition. There are plenty of expats in Japan who probably celebrate some sort of Christmas, but it's not like a day off from work kind of holiday over there. So Kentucky Fried Chicken it is. Not sure that's a bad idea.
In parts of Spain, this figurine can be found pooping in the traditional nativity scene. And that answer is Kagane.
This is okay, Spain. We're talking to you. But what is this? What is this tradition?
I'm not sure. What was the name of the nativity figurines that you had in the downstairs window?
Oh, I do not remember the name of the company. Oh, Fontanini. Fontanini was the name of the company. I did not have anybody pooping in my nativity.
No, not in the Italian ones.
No. But apparently, this tradition, people are a little scattered when it comes to why this is. One of the theories is that the figurines themselves are often depicting politicians or celebrities that are very popular in Spain. And this is sort of a way to level the playing field, to basically say we're all the same on Christmas. You know, everybody bows before the baby Jesus. I've heard other explanations as to why this is a thing.
You know what? Sometimes it's just funny seeing a pooping figurine.
Okay. Okay.
What shape is the traditional French Christmas cake bûche de Noël? And that is a log.
Yule log. Do you enjoy a Yule log?
And our last question, what is the most popular Christmas tree topper? And that answer is a star.
Do you put a star on your tree? You have to let us know. We have done stars, we have done angels, we have done bows, we have done, I believe, Mickey Mouse one year was on the top of our tree.
So this is my first year not living at home for Christmas. And on our Christmas tree right now, we have a rat figurine because it happened to fit and we weren't fully on decorating from Halloween.
We don't want to go to Isla this Christmas. Not dealing with the rats. It's not even Remy.
No.
It's not even a cute rat. Like,
It's
it's not even a
Halloween.
rat you can embrace and love. All right, we are moving into round 4. This is our final round here in Christmas Pub Trivia. And this round is all about Santa. This is Santa trivia. Question number 1. Which company's popular ad campaign popularized the Santa in the red suit that we know today?
For an extra bonus point, if you want to give us within 5 years of the date that ad campaign started.
You're very smart and we appreciate you. That's why you're getting bonus points. Santa is known as Père Noël in 2 countries. Name them both.
And you'll get half a point for each correct answer.
One you should get, but if you get the second one,
Then you're really cool.
you're really cool. Question number 3. When did NORAD first start tracking Santa on Christmas Eve? We want you to name the year within 5 years. Either way, front or back. Question number 4. St. Nicholas is the patron saint of what?
We have 4 answers. So for a total of 2 points, if you want to name all 4, we'll give you half a point for each correct answer.
Question number 5. Some Swedish children leave this beverage for Santa instead of milk. Question number 6. In a modern forensic reconstruction of St. Nicholas's face, it was discovered that this part was very badly broken and healed poorly, leaving it asymmetrical. And if you don't know, St. Nicholas is the saint upon which Santa Claus was inspired,
Based on?
based on. Question number 7. What was the name of the little girl who wrote a letter to the New York Sun newspaper asking if Santa was real?
And so a first name is good enough, and we'll give you a point for that. But if you can name her full name, we will give you 2 points.
Question number 8. Which one of Santa's reindeer has the name of another holiday mascot? Question number 9. There are 2 U.S. states that have a town named Santa Claus. Name one of those states.
If you name both, we will give you an extra bonus point.
Because you're super Santified. Question number 10. What does Santa traditionally bring for naughty children?
And we'll give you a few extra seconds just to wrap up and put any final answers down. All right. Question number 1. What company's popular ad campaign popularized Santa's red suit? Now, I don't think it's Pepsi, but it is Coca-Cola.
It is.
And that ad campaign ran in 1931.
So the Santa that we know, the traditional red-suited Santa Claus, is a fairly new concept. I think that's kind of interesting.
Question number 2. Santa is known as Père Noël in 2 countries. Now, one of them is France, and the other one is Belgium.
France, I think most people would have gotten. Belgium, I thought, was a little bit of a reach.
It's an interesting one, though. Question number 3. When did NORAD first start tracking Santa on Christmas Eve? And name the year within 5 years, and you'll get credit for this one. And that year was 1955.
So you could guess any year from 1950 to 1960 and still get credit because you're going to be 5 years either before or 5 years after. So as long as you're within the 5 years, you're good.
Question number 4. Saint Nicholas is the patron saint of what? And he is the patron saint of children, sailors, wolves, and pawnbrokers.
Which is so bizarre to me. I did not realize pawnbrokers had a patron saint.
I don't know.
Good for them. And wolves. Wolves have a patron saint.
I think my favorite person that they talk to on Pawn Stars is Saint Nicholas.
Of course.
Question number 5. Some Swedish children leave this beverage for Santa instead of milk. And that answer is hot coffee.
So this was another interesting one to research because not all Swedish children apparently leave this beverage for Santa. But when they do, it was meant to keep him warm because it's very cold and also to keep him awake, which I thought was very thoughtful. Why aren't we all leaving Santa coffee? He could get that run done in half the time if everybody just leaves him coffee.
Question number 6. In a modern forensic reconstruction of St. Nicholas's face, it was discovered that this part was very badly broken and healed poorly, leaving it asymmetrical. And that was his nose.
I loved this. You have to Google the actual forensic reconstruction. They redid his whole face. And I guess because I know the traditional Santa Claus, not necessarily St. Nicholas, when you look at this reconstruction, you can see his nose kind of points in the wrong direction. So it's super cool that they can do that. Like I was super impressed that that's even a possibility.
Question number 7. What was the name of the little girl who wrote a letter to the New York Sun newspaper asking if Santa was real? And her name was Virginia O'Hanlon.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Question number 8. Which one of Santa's reindeer has the name of another holiday mascot? That answer is Cupid.
I hope everybody got that one. I thought that was easy enough for a little kid to get.
Well, I mean, you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Not holiday mascots.
No.
No.
And you know Comet, so you gotta also know Cupid.
Yeah.
Question number 9. 2 U.S. states have a town named Santa Claus. Now, both answers are Georgia and Indiana.
And you get the point for naming just one,
Mhm.
but if you've named the second one,
With
Get
that
your
extra
bonus point.
And question number 10. What does Santa traditionally bring for naughty children? And that one is a lump of coal.
have you ever gotten a lump of coal?
I don't think so.
She's never gotten a lump of coal. She's one of the good ones. And that is it today for Christmas Pub Trivia. We hope that you've had a good time. We hope that you will hit the subscribe button and hit the bell if you would like to know if we are crazy enough to do another Christmas Pub Trivia. Maybe we'll be specific next time. We'll
Or
name
just
a
trivia.
couple of movies.
I love trivia.
We do love
yes,
trivia.
Please hit the bell. I want to do trivia.
Thank you for letting us come into your home, and we want to wish you all a very happy holiday.